Well, I don't know how to start today's broadcast, but this Thursday we lost the legend Kyle Busch, and this is the first race we have without him. Um, I know the whole NASCAR community right now is hurting, and here we are at Charlotte Motor Speedway to do what I think Kyle would want us to do, and that is race tonight. And not only will tonight be dedicated to the soldiers, it will also be dedicated to a racing legend, Kyle Busch. Trackhouse Racing in the 85 car, they have withdrawn their entry for this race today. And tonight will be dedicated to the late, great Kyle Busch. Let's go racing, though. For race number 13 of the year, it's right here, right now, with a Coca-Cola 600. No special intro, nothing to start off this. It's as 38 drivers line up today for this great racing tradition. Let's get started, though, and Kyle Busch, you'll be missed on every Sunday, and rest in peace, brother. Kyle Busch was 41.
Drivers, start your engines!
Engines fired, cars rolling off here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I mean, this feels different. It feels weird not having Kyle out there right now. Of course, the news that Trackhouse withdrew their 85 entry. That was Kyle's car. And they'll be back next week. And they'll be rebranding that car to the number 87. And Raja Karuth has been named to drive that car for the rest of 2026 and beyond, going into the coming years. I mean, this race has the same parallel, I think, to Rockingham in 2001. I wasn't alive for that race yet, but well, I think Kyle would want us to race today. He would be mad if we didn't race. I'm glad we are racing today. Pace car ducks off, and William Byron and Ross Chastain lead us to the green flag. And the green flag is out. The Coke 600 is underway. Already some cars checking up. William Byron, Ross Chastain going to be side by side, and at the line, William Byron leads the first lap of the Coke 600. Chastain's going to be on that outside, though, but Byron, he's going to be on that inside, making contact. They're making contact already in this lap 2 of this race. This is just outstanding right now to see, and William Byron's going to clear in front of Chastain, and here they come, and Byron's going to lead the second lap here. Chastain is going to be in second. Yeah, Byron's my pick to win today. He's the points leader, of course, with his 2 wins in the 500 and at Sonoma. Here comes 21 car, Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed had a great qualifying position, as well as Noah Gregson running in 3rd and 4th respectively. Creed running in 3rd, Gregson running in 4th. We go back here, Eric Jones going to the inside of the 29 of Ryan Preece, and he is trying to find a hole right there, and he will sneak behind the 9 of Chase Elliott and right in front of the 29 of Ryan Preece. So we go to lap number 5 here. This is one of Kyle Busch's number. It was his first number in the Cup Series. But we'll have a silent lap 18, as that was his most successful number. Josh Berry was down the pit road. He had some issues at the start of the race. And I know our ticker says Todd Gilliland, but please ignore that. That's a mistake on our ticker. He had some issues right there at the start of the race. Had to come down and get those worked out. Yeah, and William Byron, he's out front so far. He's so far been the dominant car. He's led all laps here today. Ross Chastain, he holds that 2nd spot over Creed and Gregson. And Creed, he's had a struggling 2026 season. He struggled last week in the All-Star race in Bowman Gray, but of course that race was an on-points race. He finished towards the back. Of course, Denny Hamlin won it last week, and here we go. We got more side-by-side battles right here going on. Austin Hill going to the inside of Tyler Reddick. Oh! Oh, he got really up the track. It put Stenhouse He put Stenhouse and Reddick in the wall. Wow! And Stenhouse not happy over the radio, dropping some expletives over the radio. He's saying, what an effing idiot that 3 car is. Wow. That was aggressive racing right there. Oh, now Stenhouse going to make contact there with Daniel Suarez in the 7 car. Got some great racing in the back here. This is for pretty much last place. Yeah, who knew we'd have a good battle back here? Oh, Blaney. Oh, making contact with Heim. He's making contact with Corey Heim there in the 67 car for 2311. Blaney and Larson did not have great starts. They had an awful run in qualifying yesterday. Both of them spun in qualifying yesterday. Started towards the back end of the field, and here they are running in the 30s, just not having much speed today. They just can't find speed at all, and they're just kind of stuck back there. And it's kind of hard to move up at a track like Charlotte, I feel like, or at most of these mile-and-a-half tracks. There is Byron. He's still leading this race. It's been out front. I mean, it's been a dominant. I mean, it's only 11 laps in, so of course it's going to be a dominant performance. There's still a chance that he doesn't go out and dominate this thing, but you got Chastain running in 2nd. No one's been able to get runs on anyone today or get around someone. They're just kind of gridlocked to an extent. They're just kind of keeping their position. It's kind of like slot cars right now. They're just running one line and they're just staying in one position. And I think these guys are kind of waiting to kind of be there at their most aggressiveness, at their peak aggressiveness towards the end of the race. And I think that's a very smart move. It's the longest race of the year, mile-wise, and it's only 80 laps, and we're only 13 laps into this thing. These guys are just going to wait it out. I think that's smart. I think it's going to be the second half of this race before we start seeing these guys run a little bit crazy. There's Sheldon Creed. We want to talk about him. Won the Rookie of the Year last year. Won a race at Iowa. Won the All-Star race. Become the third rookie ever. But this year has just been horrendous for Wood Brothers Racing in that 21 car. Just towards the back end of the standings, they have just not at all had speed. They had speed yesterday, qualified inside the top 5, and here they are running in third, maybe having a chance at winning the Coke 600. And here comes Creed the second. He's trying to go for second over the one of Ross Chastain. He's going to go to the inside of him, but he's just not going to be able to get there. The grip is on the top lane. For some reason, the grip is on the top lane. They have that resin kind of on the bottom lanes, but the guys are not wanting to run it. They just want to run the top lane here. That's the longest way around this racetrack, too. The more, of course, the bottom of the track, that's the shortest way you can go around this racetrack, but these guys were wanting to go the long way around tonight. Lap number 16 right now. 2 laps till that half, or to that silent lap for Kyle Busch. As there's Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's is having a great run. His season has just been horrendous. Winning the championship last year, this year, just not able to find speed. But as the last month or so, last few weeks, he's been getting better and better. Right now, he finds himself running in 7th. And he had a great run at North Wilkesboro, too. Probably could have maybe had a car that won that race. But here we come to lap 18. And Kyle Busch, this one is for you. Well, I think it's an understatement that Sundays will never be the same in NASCAR racing. Kyle Busch, we love you, we miss you, and we wish you were here right now racing with us, but he's just a lap ahead of everyone right now. Of course, we focus on Denny Hamlin, longtime friend to Kyle Busch, longtime former teammate to Kyle Busch when he was at JGR. Go, got a battle in the back though with Ryan Blaney, and that is Carson Hocevar as well as JJ Yaley. They're all going to be battling right here. They almost make contact. Hocevar is another guy who's not had a great season this year. Thought the move over to Hendrick would be really good, and he's going to be running aggressive with the number 12 of Ryan Blaney, and well, he keeps it going straight. Kozlowski going to go to the inside of Hamlin. Chastain running in second right now. Still, he's been holding that second spot the whole race. Byron's been leading every step of the way. Creed, he's trying to get around him. He's trying to get up there. We go on board right now, Sheldon Creed. Right now, we look on the back bumper, Ross Chastain, and you have Sheldon Creed right now. He's trying to look, he's trying to find something to get around that one car right now. He wants to get around him so eagerly right now. Creed holds his third spot over fourth place running car Noah Gragson. Yeah, but nothing amounting to anything right now. These guys are just pulling away from one another. No one's been able to get anywhere. Like I said earlier, it's like slot cars. Byron flat out tonight. We go on board with him, looking on back to second place car, Ross Chastain. And our most entertaining battle as of now is, well, towards last place. This is back all the way in the 30s. Justin Haley in the 60s back here. The 44 of Haley. He's going to make an aggressive move to the inside of the 60, almost putting him in the wall. Suarez right there. Carson Hocevar. Blaney's there. Larson. Just think Kyle Larson almost won the All-Star race last week. Then he get the job done. Trouble! Turn 3 or turn 4. Ricky Stenhouse around. Trouble for Stenhouse. First caution. The lap 27. Let's see what happened here. Whoa! Payback! He just gave the 3-car payback right there. Wow. And he's been called to the hauler at the end of the race. Oh my goodness. Corey Heim almost T-boned the door of him. But yeah, he just ran that 3 in the wall. Well then. Here comes Corey Heim. Almost T-bones him. That would have been bad on the driver's side. That would have been terrible. Had a multitude of injuries this year. Start off with Cinder Q. Kind of had a concussion and a minor back injury in Daytona. Then Jesse Love got an injury from a flip in Texas, as well as Ryan Blaney. They're both back and they're both racing the day. So we're under the first caution of the race tonight. Your top 5 right now is William Byron, Ross Chastain, Sheldon Creed, Chase Briscoe, and Noah Gregson. The rest of the top 10 is Daniel Hemrick, Michael McDowell, Ryan Preece, Eric Jones, and Denny Hamlin. Your top 10. Ryan Preece is not a policeman. His last name ain't Police. Oh boy. I'll try to make it lighthearted from the tough week it's been. So we get the 1 to go signal to go back reading this time by. Byron will be your leader. Jimmy Johnson is a lapped car, and of course lapped cars do not move back to the back of the pack anymore. It's kind of an old style rule, but except from single file restarts, we have double file restarts, which I think that adds a whole new playing level. If you're a lead lap car and you got a lap car in front of you, man, it's gonna make it more challenging for you, and it's kind of gonna have a different element of excitement for these guys to really, see if they can get around him and maybe have a shot at winning the race or getting a pretty solid finish out of it. Emmerich is up there in 6th. He's had a great run. I think we got to talk about Creed and Gregson. They've had struggling seasons this year. Creed really has been struggling. Jimmy Johnson, this is his first of 3 starts this year. All of them will be in the summer months. He'll be running the street race in Cleveland, and he'll be making a start in Daytona in the July 3rd race there that Friday night. Yes, the Daytona race this year's on Friday night. Cup race. Then he'll be making his final start next year in the 2027 Daytona 500. 69th renewal of that, as the green flag is back in the air. And of course, that last car right there, and I guess we went single file that time. With that last car right there, that's really going to hold up Ross Chastain. And yeah, Jimmy Johnson's just going to hold them up right here. They want to get around him right now. They're kind of, mostly everyone's complaining over the radio right now that it was why in the world is that 84 right here. And here they go, trying to go 3 wide. Chase Briscoe's going to make a pass to the inside. Here comes Briscoe, 3 wide. We're really 2 wide for this position. And look at this, Chase Briscoe going to get around the 21 Sheldon Creed. The 19 car, Briscoe goes to 3rd. Great move right there for Chase Briscoe. Now he's going to have a sight set on Ross Chastain and William Byron. Hemrick now up to 3rd. Look at Hemrick in the year he's having, running up in 5th. Chase Briscoe is going to hold the 3rd spot. And it's crazy thing, 2 years ago we had a massive flip down the back straightaway here. Of course he was okay after that. And I guess in the first attempt at this race, or one of the attempts of this race, trying to do it, he flipped on the first lap, but that was a test. But anyway, that's breaking the 4th wall. He currently runs in 3rd right now. Here comes Hemrick. Hemrick's going to make a pass side by side with Creed. Oh, almost making contact with Creed. Look at this gaggle of cars. Jimmy Johnson's going to hold up that lane right there, and Chase Elliott is going to get a big run right there to the inside, and Elliott made a 2-car pass right there, and now Kozlowski is going to go to the inside of Austin Hill. Christopher Bell as well is going to go to the inside of the 3-car. And Jimmy's just holding up guys right now. He's going to hold up the 11 of Hamlin. I don't think Hamlin will really appreciate that. And Denny Hamlin won the All-Star race last week. Trying to go out, maybe getting Coke's Cutter today, but with how they're running right now, it just doesn't seem that way that he'll get up there, maybe win this race. Denny Hamlin does have 2 wins this year, though. At Las Vegas and Martinsville. There's Chase Elliott running right behind the 4-car of Noah Gragson. Yeah, and Chase, these last few weeks, Chase runs in 10th. And like I mentioned earlier, his last few weeks, he's been on the upgoing. Beginning of the season, he had such a terrible run. Got a DNF, was wrecked out on lap 2, crashed in the Daytona 500. And he had a good finish in Sonoma, got a top 10 there, but then he was finishing in the 30s, the 20s, and just, he was almost 30th in points, but as of now, he's worked his way up to the top 20 in points. That's just such a great turnaround. I can't wait to see what Chase Elliott does in the summer as he makes the pass on Noah Gragson right there in turn 2. Now going down the back straightaway right now in turn 3. Chase Elliott goes to 9th place as we're coming up to our halfway caution, our halfway moment of silence for the fallen troops. Of course, this race running on Memorial Day weekend, tomorrow being Memorial Day. Which when this race started off, Memorial Day was on a Sunday until the year 1971 when they moved it to Monday. Oh, Hemrick, almost. Hemrick's making contact. They almost put that 21 car on the wall. So we're halfway in this race. Still waiting on that halfway caution. It's going to be supposed to be around lap 40, on or around lap 40, I should say. Yeah, and these guys, they're just waiting for it. And there we go. Caution is out, and this is the halfway caution, and This is the caution or the silent moment of silent tribute for our fallen soldiers who have been killed in the line of duty. Our soldiers that have just passed on after the fact. So it's our second caution of the race. So we'll bring these cars around the front straightaway and bring out the red flag and stop them for a brief moment. Then we'll get the second half of the race back underway and finish off the 67th running of the COCA 600. So there we go. Cars have been stopped in the front straightaway. We're going to take a moment of silence and we'll be back on the COCA 600. Welcome back to the Coca-Cola 600 from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the 13th race of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. We are back live here from our halfway moment of silence for the troops and about to get the second half of this race underway, and it's time and we're ready and rearing to go here as we under the pace laps right now. We'll get back going here in just a couple of laps of time. William Byron has led every single lap. He led the first half of this race, and that hasn't really been done since, I think, Mark Truex Jr. in 2016, or since the late great Kyle Busch did it and his win in 2018. So it's been a while. I think he could maybe go out and win this thing. No one's led every lap and won the COCA 600. The most laps ever led in this race was 392 out of 400 10 years ago by Martin Truex Jr. As here we go, we get the 1 to go signal to go back green and go back underway. And as we're going to go back underway, we're going to try a new thing, kind of our own style of crank it up, I think, or just kind of not really, but we're going to call it, I don't know what we're going to call it. We don't really have a name for it yet. We don't have a name for it yet. So we're just going to call it crank it up, I guess. Alright, we're going to do that for the first few laps of green flag racing. As now we double up. We did not do that the first time for some reason. I'm not sure. No, Chris Buescher's coming down the pit lane. I think he's running out of fuel. Chris Buescher running out of fuel on the back chute. Fuel will be coming in this time to get that car fueled up. But we're still going to go back going. He's obviously going to make it down the pit lane. And oh, there goes our ticker. The whole timing and scoring right now just turned off. Alright, so I guess we're not going to have a ticker for the rest of the race. Green flag back in the air, and let's crank it up. Trouble, crash off turn 4. Tyler Reddick, Connor Zilish, and a bunch of cars come down the pit road at the same time. They're going to start towards the back of the field because they went down pit road when it was closed. A lot of smoke coming out of Logano's car. And the 22, he's going to be out of this race. Tough luck there for Joey Logano. He won our most recent points race 2 weeks ago at North Wilkesboro. See me there as... Let's take a look at the replay here and, oh, I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like Zilic went up the track and nowhere to go there for Reddick. Just a lot of damage. He spins into the old Roval part because we don't use that anymore here in NASCAR. Yeah, but then a lot of smoke there for Logano. Here's the onboard. Ooh. It just looks like Logano checked up. Yeah, and Connor ran into him. And nowhere to go for Reddick. He's not going to sustain a lot of damage, though, thankfully, as well as Zilish. But Logano got the worst of that. He's going to be out of this race because of that. As Crank It Up was cut short there. It only was for a lap. And it looks like Reddick was going to run in the back end of his teammate there, Bubba Wallace. So got a ticker off. Sorry for that. Technical difficulties are... The G&L decided to, I guess, crash mid-race, and, well, they didn't really realize it, so... So Chase Briscoe right now, he's not a race leader. He's running in third right now. And there's our top two of Ross Chastain on that most recent restart. Chastain got a really good restart over William Byron and took over the race lead. And, of course, trying to win for his teammate Kyle Busch. We lost Thursday, and that would be a very big win for the Trackhouse organization. And they double up right now. And William Byron trying to go 2 for 2 in the Crown Jewel races this season. He wants to go for his third win of the year. That'd be the hat trick of wins in 2026 for him. And that would extend his point lead. I'm pretty sure his point lead will continue to extend tonight if he were to finish second or first either way. And this would move Chastain up to second in points. I mean, Chastain, who would have thunk it that he would be kind of an early season championship favorite, looking for his second win of the year after going winless last year. And Chastain and Zilish, they just been really good this year at Trackhouse. And unfortunately, KFB Kyle Busch was not as good this season, unfortunately. Wish he was better. And well, here we go. Green flag back in the air, though. Going down in the turns 1 and 2. Byron, he's going to go to the inside, but that top lane is going to be the preferred line, and it's going to be the faster groove. And Chastain, man, he's just going to pull away from it. Oh, a lot of these guys are going to be stuck in lap traffic. 3 wide up ahead. Yaley. Oh, a bunch of cars going down pit road. I thought we were going to have another wreck right there. Stenhouse comes down the pit lane. Catherine Legg, Carson Osvar down the pit lane. Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson. Cindric comes down as well. Tyler Reddick. Justin Haley in the 60, he's down pit road as well. A lot of cars taking some pit stops here. Byron and Chastain, they should be good for the rest of the race unless we have a bunch of cautions. More cars coming that pit road. Zilish coming down as well. As these guys get their service done. Kyle Larson's lost his back end right there. As Byron, is so far behind. Chastain has a big lead right now. They have a lap car separating them. Bubba Wallace and the 23 car separating those two, as Nemechek, Zilish, they're done with their pit stops. They come back on the racetrack a lap down, or possibly 2 laps down, or multiple laps down. And Zilish second in points going into the day. After the day, he might be third, fourth in points. We're not sure though. We'll have to see at the end of the race and in the post race. Is Chastain? I mean, he's had a big lead right now. When we said, Kyle Busch at Trackhouse Racing in this universe. I mean, of course they withdrew that 85 entry. They are renumbering that to the 87, which at one point was going to be used for their new rebranded Project 91. It was going to be the Project 87. And that was going to start this week. Oh my God, I cannot get my words straight and my story straight. They were going to use that for the race in Sebring and in Cleveland, on the Cleveland airport with Scott Speed, but that they've since rebranded that back to Project 91, and with Roger Carruth and now the rebranded 87 starting next weekend from Richmond. And this right now would be storybook stuff if this team right now, Trackhouse Racing, could go out and win the Coke 600. As there's William Byron running in second. As we get on board with him, let's crank it up. And we enjoy those great racing sounds today as Ross Chastain has continued to lead this race. William Byron, I believe, will get the most laps led, credited to him. There's a battle between the 20 of Christopher Bell and the 21 of Sheldon Creed. And, oh, Bell was just sending it in there. Almost sent the 21 in the wall. And Eric Jones going to be right behind him. Brad Keselowski is going to try to go to the inside of the 43 of Jones. Now the 29 of Priest is going to go to the inside of Hemrick, or at least he's trying to peek to the inside of him. And Jones almost went with the block down there with Brad, but that would probably screw them both over. Oh, Brad! Keselowski almost put the 16 car in the wall. They almost crashed there. I thought we were going to have a wreck right there. Chase Elliott and Chase Briscoe running once by each other. And here's a battle. There's a battle between Alex Bowman and Ryan Blaney in the back now. Kyle Larson. Larson's going to go to the inside of Catherine Legg, who tries to be the first. My golly, I cannot speak tonight. It's trying to become the first female to complete the Indy Charlotte double. She completed the Indy 500 today, finished in 23rd, and not having the greatest run tonight as well. I mean, but at least she'll hopefully finish both races. as Ross the Boss Chastain continues to lay it on the field right now ever since the last restart, or second to last restart we had. After the halfway moment of silence, and it's now lapped Hamlin and Hill. Austin Hill's going to be Hill and the 3 cars running that high lane right now. The 11 of Hamlin is trying to go to the inside, trying to get around him. Oh, Hamlin makes a little bit of contact there with Hill again. Oh, and Barry's gonna hold up the Chastain right there, and he has his teammate right in front of him, Noah Gragson, in the 4 car. And Chastain's easily gonna get around him. Ross Chastain laps away from possibly winning this race. I mean, we had this happen at Texas about a month ago where Logano, we thought he was going to run away with the win, but we had a late caution. We just have about 14 laps to go right now, 14 to go. And we had a late race caution, overtime restart. Logano started towards the back because of the leader, or because the lap cars don't move to the back. Then we had a crash that sent Chase Elliott flipping upside down. Logano was involved in it, and guess what? He was out of the race then, and who won that race? It was Ross Chastain. There's Denny Hamlin right now in car number 11, and he's battling right now with Chris Buescher and Austin Hill. Buscher's going to be right to him, right to his back bumper. And Buescher trying to get around the 11 car, and the 11 trying to get around the 3. Got Todd Gillian, the 38 behind him, and Josh Berry in the 34 right in front of him. 12 laps to go right now. Coming up on 11 to go right now. Kind of keeping track here by myself. Coming to 11 go this time by. Race has gone by quick, not a lot of cautions. Just a lot of green flag race in the first 26, 27 laps. They went caution free. There's Ryan Preece. Preece goes to the inside of Keselowski. Not quite going to get around him. There's Michael McDowell holding up the 1 car. There's William Byron right now in second. Yeah, we have a lot of lap cars right now separating these guys. 10 laps to go for Ross Chastain. 10 to go for number 1. I mean, what a win this would be for the organization. It'd be storybook stuff. We'll touch on that a little bit later. McDowell goes a lap down. Oh, Preece is going to hold up the 1. 9 to go. 9 laps to go. Less than 10. Yeah, well, you see a lot of these guys running the high lane, and that is shockingly the preferred line. You would think it's the bottom with all that resin, all that rubber laid down on the bottom, but these guys want to go to the top. It's like they want a challenge, and hey, I'm all for it. Taking the Kyle Larson line, the Harry Gant crew, if you are really old. 8 to go now. We're gonna update you guys on laps each time by, since you can't see them. I think Ross might have this thing locked up though. Maybe, knock on wood. He would hate to see something happen right in front of him. Not to mention, I mean, that happened, like I said, that happened to Logano when Chastain benefited from it. 7 to go now. I was going to go to the, still going to be on the inside now. Keselowski goes there. It's not going to really help out Keselowski. Bell's going to have that better edge on the outside. Ross is just on the inside now. Ross he's trying to find something and get around him. 6 to go. Might be less, actually. I'm not sure. But, I mean, as I mentioned, this would be storybook stuff. Kyle Busch driving for Trackhouse. Like I said, they withdrew that entry this week. They'll be back next week. Kyle's to be riding along with that one car. I mean, unfortunately, Zilish has not had the luck tonight, as we're in the final 5 laps of this race. 5 to go now. I think Justin Marks right now, he's up in that one booth, and his heart has to be beating out of his chest right now. 3 wide. 2 of those cars a lap down. Chastain, the race leader. He's gonna try to get around Bell. Oh, they almost made contact. Now he's gonna have a sight set on Bell and Briscoe. 4 to go. Right now he's gonna get around Bell. Actually, it's 3 to go now. 3 to go. I was off by a lap. 3 to go. This time by will be 2 laps to go for Ross Chastain. And here he comes. 2 to go. Right now at the line, it's 2 to go. I mean, you gotta think this is what they wanted. This is gonna be like Harvick and 01 all over again. This time by will come around to the final lap. White flag is out. One more time around for Ross Chastain. Trackhouse Racing lost Kyle Busch. And we lost Kyle Busch this week. This win will mean everything to the NASCAR community. Down the back chute for the final time in this one. Chastain going out and winning it for his late great teammate. And out of turns 3 and 4, this time for Kyle Busch. Ross Chastain wins at Charlotte. How about that? You couldn't write a better script right there. Bit of a subdued celebration, but a celebration nonetheless. And they're saying Ross Chastain right now to just bring it down pit lane, no celebration. He could do the bow in victory lane. Wow. And it's also a second win of 2026 as well, and this will boost them up in the point standings to second, I believe. So great win there for Ross and that team. And Ross Chastain pulls it into victory lane, and let's take a look at our point standings after today's COCA 600. William Byron still the points lead. Ross Chastain moves in the second in points. Stenhouse up there in 5th in points. He's had a pretty good season so far. Daniel Hemrick, he's had a great season, as well as Chris Buescher and William Byron. You see how dominant of a driver he's been in 2026. He has a 181 point lead over Ross Chastain. Well, that's going to do it for today's coverage. And before we leave here, I mean, you know how I say, see you guys next week, because I feel like goodbyes are too final, and I think to Kyle Busch, and I think about it right now, I think he would be really happy that his teammate won. And I mean, it's been a tough week, and we move on in the Richmond next week, where Kyle Busch is so good. And that's going to do it for our coverage here tonight from the Coca-Cola 600. See you guys next week. And goodbye, Kyle Busch.